All right, so we are live. 3, 2, 1. Caolan, how are you, sir?
How's things, Leon? How are you?
Doing absolutely fantastic. So I heard you won a
Good.
prize.
Yeah, delighted. I just won the Rising Star and Irish E-commerce Awards
Congrats.
2023 there the other day. So delighted with that. Yeah, really, really happy getting a lot of business in as well, which is brilliant. I just feel like it's only the start for me. So yeah, it's great to be recognized among the best in the industry.
I mean, why wouldn't you? You're an absolute rock star. Tell us a little bit about how has your journey with us been? Because we've been working 4 months together, not more than that, 4 or 5 months maybe.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about why did you join? Why did you want to work on? How everything has happened.
Yeah, so I suppose at the back end of last year, it was a pretty good end to the year. I was happy, but I wasn't satisfied, and I knew that I was still, my performance wasn't good enough. So I kind of reached out to a few guys that are in the course currently. One of them sealed the deal for me. He said that he contributes 95% of his success, and this is a very successful man, to yourself. So I sold. Yeah, so I reached out to yourself. I knew I was big on self-sabotaging. I always kind of doubted myself from someone who is like, I've played golf for Ireland, I've done kind of everything to the highest standard. I still had those doubts. I still had to self-sabotage during the day. If things didn't go perfect, I always thought, oh, the day's getting away from me. So I needed someone to kind of get me under the straight and narrow. I needed someone to structure my days. And now fast forward on, I suppose, 4 or 5 months, we've 4x our business, which is brilliant. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna. I think we'll get to 8x within the next couple of months. I think we're gonna scale like crazy. So yeah,
Congrats,
like
mate.
it's been brilliant. Like, to be honest, this course, I've never seen anything like it. I feel like I'm a completely different person after 4 to 5 months, whether that's in business, also relationship wise as well, with my family, friends. Everything is structured, and yeah. So all credit to you, in fairness.
No, well, credit to you, mate. You've done all the hard work. I just have had a privilege to help you. And mate, teach you advanced protocols for self-management and performance that you wouldn't otherwise have learned because they're very technical, right? Most people
Exactly.
never learn
Yeah.
them. Most people never really take the time, which is why they don't get the results they want. Once you learn, once you learn them, boom, everything
Yeah.
becomes exponentially easier. And
Yeah.
how was, because the self sabotage is a hard one to solve, but when we go into mental training, that changes the game like a lot, right? How was it
Yeah.
for
De
you?
yeah, definitely. I suppose um like the detail in the course is it is very detailed, and it goes quite a few levels in.
Mm.
But from learning the first couple of modules and really understanding how everything really works, and just self-believing and feeling like you have that, like you are the person that you aspired to be, and now you are, and now you don't kind of look like that. It's a bit odd in a way, but down to like even how my days are structured now. I think we said on our community call the other day that my days kind of look identical in a way. I get up at like 6 in the morning, go for a walk at 6:30, come home, kind of meditate for 15 minutes, then at 7:30, get into my first work block. But everything is kind of structured, and then I do my four 4 to 5 work blocks per day with a 15-minute break with some daylight, a few walks in between. But yeah, it's just mainly structure. After I learned how to kind of understand the mind and the self and how everything works, it was then getting the right strategy in place. But yeah, I suppose even going back to the roadmaps that we've worked on together for the 90-day roadmaps, once we kind of found the bottlenecks in each way, I kind of had complete clarity of where I was going. So then you just put it into your initiatives and your projects as we went through, and follow the course.
Dude, I love it. See how you're talking, because only 4 or 5 months, you got such an incredible grasp about reality, about the self, the mind, your physiology, how systems actually work, how to actually create a strategy that you actually execute on. Because it's very easy to set a strategy or create a vision or
Yeah.
set goals, but actually go and actually do them and win an award because you're a racing star, that's the hard part. And you got to know exactly how to think systematically, what inputs map to what outputs. and how to manage yourself in the middle of that execution. Dude, I'm super happy for you.
Yeah. That
Incredible.
that even goes back to the dashboard that you've created for us. At the start, like I kind of didn't really understand what it was, but it makes complete sense now. And how you've kind of gamified the whole process, it makes it so much easier. So like at the start of the day, I know what's on my dashboard, and I know that I want to get a certain score. And then at the end of the week, I can see my average, I can see per the day, and then go by the month, and then by the quarter, by the year. So it's all kind of instant feedback loops, and then you can monitor your progress. Whereas before this course, I'd noticed no strategy. I was doing well, but I knew I wasn't performing to the best I could, and that's what I'm used to doing, is trying to perform to the best I can. Even in golf, I used to have like set routines, whereas in business I didn't. Maybe I think I was just trying to do too much, but now I can get like, I think I get nearly a week's worth done of what I was doing in a day now, so it's great.
That's one of the marketing promises that we make. You're literally going to
Yeah,
become 5,000 productive, which on average is 3 times. But dude, it couldn't be otherwise, because we always say it's not a matter of how much you've been working on something. It's a matter of how many feedback loops have you actually leveraged. So
yeah,
4x revenue in 4 months, it's incredible from the outside in. From the inside out, you are perfectly aware what system you've been actioning and how has that worked. And what's even better, you can foresee that if you do the same thing, that will probably double, and then it's going to be different, and there's going to be doubled again, right? So you have, dude, to me, that's one of the most important
yeah,
things that we teach, because it gives you freedom.
exactly. Yeah, like, and even like when we scale, I'm not kind of afraid of scaling. I know that systems are going to have to change, but there's always a system to manage the outcome that you want. You just have to go through a couple of iterations of it. But now anything I do, I'm trying to like figure out. Like I just kind of created a system there the last probably 3 weeks, and now we're on board, and even kind of like building like the first stages of what we do is like 3 times faster. Not as much bandwidth. And then when we're on board and like even employees, it's easier all around for everybody. So you're always just thinking of how we're going to save time and be more efficient, really.
Dude, you see the evolution is incredible, because now you're literally become, well, we always say that a founder, a CEO has 3 jobs, which is designing a system, making sure it works, and then hiring people to make it work. You're
Yeah,
literally thinking this way is wild. It's incredible. Love to
yeah,
see it.
it's great.
Awesome, dude. All right, so imagine, who do you think this is for? What kind of entrepreneur? Who? Because we're teaching neuroscience, psychology, spirituality, systems thinking. Serves to everybody. But who do you think this is most suited for?
Well, to be honest, like the community that we have, I was only thinking earlier on, because like we always reach out to each other and see who can help. Like I reached out to 2 guys yesterday, had a couple of problems. One was AI expert, another one was the same in my field. But then we've got people who do SEO, we've got people who manage 50 people, we've got 7-figure, 8-figure people within the community. So anyone who wants to increase their performance, it doesn't kind of really matter where they are. Could be an employee, could be a solo entrepreneur, or it could be someone who kind of is owns a 7 or an 8-figure business. Anyone who wants to increase their performance, really.
Awesome, brilliant.
Yeah, sorry for not giving you one person, but I do think that it's
No, but I get it, because
yeah,
again, it's all about performance. I would argue that is for those that truly want to win,
yeah,
because everybody needs to increase their performance, but not everybody wants to win. Not everybody believes they can win, right? If what I would say is, you believe you can win, we can make sure you win.
yeah,
But
exactly. And even sorry, like the analogy you made the other day of Novak Djokovic is brilliant. Like it's just one thing that kind of keep playing in my mind, was that he knew he was good enough, but he changed so many different variables and fixed so many different things. Um, Even kind of from winning his national championship to then, feeling that he is one of the big three, and then he kind of got his like performance coach and took it step by step in the right direction, and over time it just kept compounding, and he kind of reached where he wants to be, which is the top of the game. So yeah,
incredible. And I'm a huge fan of Djokovic, as you know. I was watching a clip about him playing golf, and the guy's insanely talented also at golf. So performance skills also translate to other skills, which of course, why wouldn't they, right? Maybe
yeah,
he's not elite, of course, but he is reasonably top, 10% of the average human for sure. which gives you an idea of how performance skills are translated. I remember one of our clients was working 60 hours per week, said, dude, I just want to work 30. We managed to get him to 30. And then instead of like doubling down on business, he went all in on golf, and he handicapped, went from like 15 to like 3 in 3 months. Like, dude, what happened? I just became better. That is performance skills in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Love to see it, mate.
Again, I was just chatting to my brother yesterday, and like I was just saying, like, even if you have the performance skills, you know, and you have them all nailed down, you can switch niche and still be successful. The kind of, because you just have to follow the process. Obviously, you're starting from the bottom, but you know, you can be successful in many different areas once you have these skills nailed. Hence why I think this course is for whoever, you know, wants to be successful or perform at a high level.
I love to say that because that reminds me of there's a ton of research about, I mean, I've read a ton of research about what makes serial entrepreneurs different, because I'm very interested in how to make someone build a business and don't fail, because it's always hard to do it. And why would someone be able to do it 5 or 6 times in a row? It all boils down literally to what we teach, to systems thinking. It boils down to self-efficacy, which is the belief in your ability to pull things off, to actually shed your identity, to adapt to the environment, has to do with nailing down your protocols, has to do with doing one thing at a time very intensely and get feedback. So what you just said is so true.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right. So imagine there's someone, last question, someone on the verge of joining. What would you tell them?
Do it. Just go for it. You won't regret it. Like it's impossible if you're committed to like what you say you're gonna do, you think you want to perform and you really want it, like do it, because you won't regret it. There's just like, if you want to double extra, it depends. Like if you want to just perform better, or if you want to double your business, I guarantee you that's gonna happen. So like, yeah, just go for it.
Absolutely. Mate, Caolan, it's an absolute privilege to have you in the community. Honor to serve
Cheers,
you.
Leon.
You already won an award. Let's see what's
Yeah,
the next thing looking like? How can we scale it as fast as possible and help you build a team and help you keep evolving? So thank you very much for jumping in. It means a lot. And let's keep
perfect.
rocking. All right.
Cheers, Leon.
Cheers,
Thanks
mate.
very much.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.